Well, welcome to part 2 of Exploring a 19th Century Home. My name is John Stemping. We're at the Liberty Hyde Bailey Museum in South Haven, Michigan, along with curator Dane Kroll.
How's it going?
Last year at this time we looked down in the bowels of the house to look at a cistern that was abandoned. Well, today we're going to do something a little more grounded. True?
Yes.
Okay, what are we going to do today?
We're going to do phase 1 data recovery, which is basically we will go around the house looking for artifacts on top of the soil. And already we have found multiple different kinds of artifacts, from artery shards to concrete and coal and clinker.
So when you say phase 1, it's the first phase in exploring just the grounds of this museum.
Yes.
So the museum was a working farm, was a working fruit farm from 1850 all the way up into the 1930s, leaving lots of trace evidence behind that a lot of people may just overlook. So we're going to look in to see what we have outside the grounds. Outside the museum a little bit windy, but if you see over here, what we have is the remnants of what used to be the coal chute for the farm. Now it's been cemented over. It's no longer functional, but this is going to be the place where we're going to look for the artifacts.
Now on phase 1 data recovery, what you really are just doing is just taking a survey of the artifacts that you can find on top of the soil. Now you have to discern between artifacts like this, which is clearly not of the time period, and also there's other artifacts around here. If you can move this way towards me, you can actually see some of the coal and clinker that the Baileys would have used.
Now, how is it that, over 100 years, this is still here? What is it? It's just that it's been buried, it surfaces up? I mean, what's the deal here?
Well, yeah, I mean, on a working farm, especially the Bailey's farm, there's going to be a lot of coal that is just going to be off to the side, and with no plowing or other excavations going on throughout the house, the artifacts are still going to be there.
Now, what did you call this? A clinker?
Yeah, that is actually...
What is the clinker?
That is coal that has been used already or been in the furnace.
So chances are that this was later on just dumped outside.
Yes.
All right. So we moved from the clinker, now we're over to another section of the home. We have evidence, photographic evidence of where the outhouse used to be. So it was right by, it was one of the outbuildings of the farm. Smokehouse is intact, the outhouse has been removed. Big deal. Why would we want to check out an outhouse?
The outhouse is actually where everybody dumped most of their things. It's not just feces and fecal matter. It's also a lot of artifacts, broken plates, and things of that nature. And we actually went to phase 2 here. I did a little test hole to see what was down there, and we didn't find anything, but we still know that the outhouse was in this general area.
So how deep is your test hole?
My test hole was about 1 foot deep.
Okay.
But we actually, an outhouse is going to be a lot deeper than that. But without permits and other excavation techniques, we're going to need to go a little deeper.
So definitely this is something that we'll be looking forward in the future to see what we discover. This will be a pretty big find once we get into it, true?
Yes.
All right. So we see, well, 2 examples so far at the museum of phase 1, where we're just looking at the topsoil. Phase 2, when you dig about a foot under 2. Now there's one last phase, is the phase 3, which is what?
That's total excavation of a site. You can have a 1 by 1 meter hole, a 1 by 2 meter hole, and many different units as well. But we're probably going to only have 1 unit.
Okay, and so that'll probably start with the outhouse to see what's there.
Yes.
And then also with the artifacts that are discovered in phase 1 and 2, you can do some carbon dating with those as well?
Yeah, certain artifacts we can carbon date back to the time period of Baileys, so that would be something to look forward to.
To give you at least a time frame where these things occur, and so we're not confusing these with something that's contemporary, true?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, more to come, I'm sure, here at the Bailey household. Thank you for watching.